Hello, my darlings. I'm Mel B. Thanks for joining me today. Get ready with me while I put on this fall face. I'm going to show you how I do it step by step to marry this gray white hair with the colors of fall and autumn. So let's get started. Micellar water. I'm going to get rid of any residue on my face. Catrice Prime and Fine. Catrice Primer. Nivea 3-in-1 Concealer. And he talked about if you're contouring up here, if you only have 2 fingers between your brow and the top of your fingers, don't use contour. Your forehead's too short. If you can put 4 fingers, you can put 3 fingers, contour. If you can put lightly, if you can put 4 fingers, you need contouring. And I like the way it brings the difference too between my skin color here and my white hair. Because remember, I'm wearing browns and golds. I'm trying to bring some color, some warmth into my face to tie in the gold the dark gold that I'm wearing. Today for the Catrice, I'm going to be putting on the High Definition Liquid Coverage Foundation. This lasts up to 24 hours and it has that matte finish, mattifying. It's water and sweat proof. This is a Clinique. think of my face as being a blank canvas. First base, normally a canvas. When you're doing a painting, acrylic painting, you'll prep the canvas. So you prep it, just a base for everything else to build on. So that's what that's how I see my face, is a blank canvas. So if I use a makeup that I want it to have a little bit more yellow in it, if I want it to have blue tones in it. So what I try to do, of course I'm going a lot of times with my eye color, I have the type of eyes that go from hazel to gray to blue, so they kind of go back and forth. And so depending on what I'm wearing and what makeup I'm using, it'll tend to change. So I do understand that some women may not have a color that your eyes will do this with, but majority I think of as a plain canvas. Just change your makeup, change the color to be able to pull it in, blend it in nicely with the color that you're wearing. I do understand that some people will say, I can't do that though, and I understand that, but there's a lot of people that, and it's something that you just may want to try to see how it works for you. The colors have to marry though and go together. So the color that you're pulling in from your foundation, from your concealer, to your foundation, to your blush, to your contour, to everything that you're putting on your face, go along with, is it warm, is it brown hues, is it winter colors, purples and pinks and whites, what color are you going for? Just put your outfit down, take it to the drugstore with you if you must, and then just put it up there with the palettes, and let the palettes, with the shirt, with the blouse, with the dress, whatever sweater that you might be wearing, then pull the palette in to that's going to look good with it. If you notice, this has a brown and a peach and a golden color. So that's exactly what's in the top that I'm wearing today. As I'm pulling in this brown and my gold and my sweater, this has a nice gold bronzer. It's got some sparkles in it, so it gives it a highlight. So I'm going to dust that on as a bronzer and pull in this gold. And remember, I like to do the 3. I've got one hair there I'm going to need to trim. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just like popping straight up. I didn't draw that on. That's one of those wild ones I talk about. My eyebrows are so different from each other. They don't grow the way they used to, so I've been trying to let them grow out some and not pluck underneath, just to see if I can get them and see if I can have them in shape so I can get them a little bit the same. I've got that one wild hair and I'm just going to trim it now. I used to be this color brunette most of my life, or when I was born and growing up, I had this color hair and started turning white very young, and so a lot of my brows hairs now are white and are just kind of missing. So this looks natural to me because that's the real color of my hair. And some of the dark, I still have some dark hairs up here, and so you can still see them growing in some if you get really close. But I tried to toque these out as I can to make them a little bit closer, towards my hair, of gray, taupe, that kind of color. So that's why this doesn't bother me. It might bother you, think, well, it's just too big difference. But try to remember that's the real deal up here. I don't want them to be this color. So I think it's really appropriate now to be able to have two different. I like contrast. That's the reason I like to wear black with white hair and red and white. So I like the high contrast, whether it's a lot of times in decorating, especially in my clothing. I do like the high contrast there. I'm going to put a little bit more with my finger, some highlighter, top of my cheeks, on my nose, and around my chin dimple, which I inherited from my dad, so I'm kind of partial to it. So I don't mind making it pop. I was kidded with it as a child. I was teased about it. I'm proud of who I got it from. I'm also going to go up under my brow. So I like to use a highlighter since I'm wearing gold colors, is to wear gold highlighters. And so that's going to give a contrast of silver and gold. And it's very popular. You've seen it over the last few decades of being able to mix your accessories, gold and silver furnishings. I see a lot of gold toned couches with dark gray and silver drapes or pillows. So that's why I feel like it's like I see my hair more now as an accessory, and how can I accessorize it with pulling into what I'm wearing. So before I put color, I'm going to set sort of base. And I'm going to put this on my eyebrows. See the difference when I use that white powder? Just go over how it just kind of blurs it a little bit. It looks a little more, it looks more natural. I think it grays it down some, or taupes it. And I just think it gives it a better color and not such a drastic look. You see all the beautiful choices of colors, from berries to browns and peaches, golds and silver. So I'll have just about everything here that I could a lot of times use for what I need. I'm just dropping everything today. Sorry. And this one I'm going to go in the crease. And if you notice, I don't pull it all the way to the corner of my eye. Don't pull it all the way down unless you're younger, have a shape of an eye that already tilts up. If you weight it, put dark causes weight. Dark makes things like they're lower. So the heavier, the darker the color, it looks like it's going down. So be sure to stay up where that arch is. Start the dark part and go in. I usually start there where I see that I want it to go, kind of point on the outside of my eye, the color of my eye, and go ahead and blend that in. And this one I'm just going to go lightly deep in the crease. It's like an almost pat it. Well, when you get older, your skin gets a little bit looser, so you just can't go white. Sometimes drag back and forth. You have to kind of tap it in and be a little bit more kinder. I do enjoy the community of makeup enthusiasts, or women who want to not let age define them, to be bold and try out some of this makeup ideas. Here again, I'm going to go a little bit higher up with a little bit of a wing. So again, it's lifting and going up, back towards this direction. I'm not going to go all the way to the corner of the eye, because that then pulls the weight down there. This color matches my inside lip really well. So if you go all the way in with it, it really makes your lips look larger. I don't go all the way into the corners of my mouth because it can make it look like you have more droopiness on the corners on the outside. Of course, this lip pencil dries down so quickly. But see how that changes it to a bit more brown. Maybelline New York Gloss. Here's our fall face, my darlings. I hope that showed you how to marry your white gray hair with the colors of autumn and fall. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, and give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you here next time. Don't forget, age does not define you. It's just a number.